Now that we can add orders, one thing is missing, and that is that we clear the cart. I want to do this right after we added the orders. So down there, I need to work with the cart, and therefore, first of all, I'll store it in a new variable, fetched cart. Initially it's empty, and here, once I got the cart, I'll store the cart in the fetched cart variable so that I can also use it down there. Now that cart should essentially drop all its cart items. Now I can use my fetched cart here to call another method, set products for this cart, and set the products to null. Now let's return this and then add a new then block with the result of this operation where I simply want to redirect. Let's give it a try. Let's save this and reload the cart page here. Click order now, we're on the orders page. Go back to the cart, and we got no products in the cart because if we go into the workbench, we see that the cart items indeed are empty because we dropped all the items in the cart by setting them to null. This is how easy we can clean up the cart here. So with that, we got all that logic done. The last step I want to do here is that I actually show my orders. And we can get rid of the checkout page here for now because we have no such step at the moment. So now let's make sure we also retrieve the orders correctly and can display them on our orders page. For this here, I'll first of all get my user, and now I'm interested in the orders of this user, which I can get with getOrders, a magic method added by Sequelize thanks to our associations. Here we again get a promise. Let's log any potential errors we get, and in the then block, I know that I have my orders. This is where I want to render my orders page, therefore, and I will pass a new variable into that page, the orders variable, which simply stores all the retrieved orders. So with that, I got my orders for this user. Now let's go to the respective view in the views folder. Here's the orders.ejs file, which always shows nothing there. Now obviously that is not what I always want to show. Instead, I only want to show nothing there, or no orders placed yet, whatever you like, if we got no orders. So I'll first of all add a normal EJS statement where I check if orders length is smaller or equal than 0, then we probably have no orders. So in this case, I want to display nothing there. Now, else, and that is of course an important part, let's also close that statement, of course, with a closing curly brace. Else, I want to output my orders. And for now, I'll do this in a very ugly way with an unordered list of list items, which I repeat for every order. So again, EJS time to loop through all orders with for each, for example. Now, for each, as you know, takes an anonymous function, which gives us access to every order. Then we repeat this code here for every order. And then here we close the curly brace and the bracket of our for each method. We can add a semicolon if we want. And now this is executed for every order we got. Now, every order we got has a couple of products that belong to the order. So for every order I have here, I will output a h1 tag with the ID, order.id, output like this. And below that, another nested unordered list with more list items where I loop through the products belonging to the order. So here I'll have order, and then it's order item. That is our connected model, so to say. For each, because that will be a list of all the related items. And here I get my item. Let's close this here. And let's also close the for each syntax then down there. And now this list item is repeated for every item in this order. And there I simply want to output the title. So I'll output item title. Keep in mind, this is a product, so it will have a title. And then maybe in normal parentheses, I'll output item quantity. And this will not work. I can already tell you that. If I save that, I get another error actually. And that is simply coming from the fact that I deleted one route, the checkout route. We need to delete it here too. So I deleted the action. We need to delete the route too. But still, if I reload the orders page now, this will just crash. Here because I have a EJS syntax error though. Let's quickly fix that. Yeah, here for item quantity, I need to close that. But even after this change, this will not work. Now because order is not defined, because that should be orders for each. But now, because we can't loop through order item here, this does not work. And to understand this, let's have a look at our shop.js controller file. And let's output orders here. And let's see what exactly we get. For this, let's now reload the page. It will still break, of course, but now we can have a look at the output there. We want to scroll up. There is what we log with this line, console log orders. And there we can see that we do have an array of orders, but an order does not have an order item key. This is not provided by Sequelize. If we also want to fetch the related products to an order, we have to pass an object here where we set include to an array with the field products or the element products as a string. Now, why products? Because in app.js, we associate an order to many products, of course. And if we have a look at our model, the product model has the name product. Sequelize pluralizes this, and then we can use a concept called eager loading, where we basically instruct Sequelize, hey, if you're fetching all the orders, please also fetch all related products already, and give me back one array of orders that also includes the products per order. Now, this only works, of course, because we do have a relation between orders and products, as set up in app.js, here. And now we can load both together. This will still not make our template work immediately, but now we got orders with more data in them. Each order will now have a products array. And with that in mind, we can go back to our view here, to the orders view, and tweak that. We can loop through the orders, and every order will have an ID. That's fine. Now, an order will still not have an order item, but it will have a products list. And now we can loop through all the products, and each item, which is now simply a product, and therefore we can name it as such to make this clearer. Each product, of course, has a title, which we can output, and it does not have a quantity, but the product will now have an order item key, which then stores the quantity for that product in that order. And now if we reload this page, we do see our orders with the nested products in there. Not the most beautiful presentation here for sure, but this is how it actually works. We also see there's one dummy order that was created accidentally in between with no products. And we can always verify this by looking into the database. We get 4 order items related to orders with the ID 9 and 11. In the orders, we got 9, 10, and 11. So indeed, there is the order with the ID 10, which has no items. We can simply clear it by right-clicking on it here, delete row, apply, and close. And now if you reload the orders page, it's gone and we only see these 2 orders. So this is now working, and now we got the full flow. We got a user who's related to created products. We can edit the products. We can delete the products. We can add products to the cart. We can then also create an order based on the data in our cart. We can view product details and so on. So this is all working fine as it should. And with that, we get the setup we need for now. This gave you an introduction to Sequelize, and definitely dive into the official docs to play around with it and learn more about it and how it works.